Host today. I'm Gabe. If you guys are new to my channel, this is the first podcast I've ever done. So here we are with my new setup. I got my Rodecaster Pro here. I got a mic. I got a headset. I decided to start doing podcasts just because there's a lot of interesting people I talk to, whether it's in the track world or car scene, wherever it may be. I feel like I talk to a lot of interesting people, and why not go ahead and make a podcast and share those conversations with you guys. So yeah, here we are at the headquarters. This is my house. This is my living room right here. Luckily, I don't live with any women just yet, so I'm able to, decorate the house as I please. In front of me is my Porsche RSR Lego set. This is what I'm currently, this is where I'm currently at. Throughout each podcast, you guys should see it get built more and more and more until finally it's completely done. Hopefully it's not too much longer, but who knows? This thing is a pain in the ass to dig through all those damn Lego pieces to put together. So pretty cool project though. I mean, like, this thing's so dope, man. The motor in the back right there, the diff. You spin the rear wheels and you can actually see the motor moving. So, or the pistons and the crankshaft all moving together. Steering wheel works too. It's pretty dope. Picked this up for like $150. I got really lucky because I thought these were all sold out. Fortunately enough, I just walked into a Target and saw it one time and I was like, oh shit, man, that's crazy. Let me go ahead and take that with me. So, yeah, there's that. But today's podcast, I got a couple different people I'm going to be calling today. First, I'm going to be calling Nico from Urban Canvas. After that, I'll be talking to Elie from Bimmer Challenge. He's the director of Bimmer Challenge. And then we're going to be talking to a rookie for Bimmer Challenge this year. So if you guys don't know, Bimmer Challenge is actually starting up this weekend, this Saturday, round one at Chuckwalla. So we're all pretty excited. We're all ready to go. Everyone's builds are finishing up right at the last minute as usual, but it's going to be a good time. Before I get into anything more about Bimmer Challenge, let me go into calling Nico. Let's see. Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Senor.
Hola, senor.
Hey, can you hear me? My voice might sound a little weird, but don't worry. The audio quality, I promise you, is going to be good.
It's all right. No, I can hear it fine.
Okay, cool. Well, this is Nico from Urban Canvas. If you guys don't know, Urban Canvas is a BMW only group here in Southern California, trying to grow right into just more than just Southern California. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we started in LA and we have, I guess you could say, influence in San Francisco and San Diego. We have a growing community in Nevada right now. And every now and then we have, different people from different states hitting us up, but we're mostly like California.
Okay. Now, when did you guys start?
So that's actually a funny story. None of this, everything, all the events, car shows, everything we're doing, it wasn't really planned that way.
Uh-huh.
I actually just started Urban Canvas with a couple of my good friends, just, to upload pictures and stuff that we did.
Uh-huh.
It was mostly just for us.
Okay.
And the way it kind of evolved was, so every now and then we would go to different spots, right? Whether we would just go cruising or canes, whatever. People would come up to us and they'd be like, yo, are you guys part of a group? Or you guys, because they would always see us around. And I just, had like a little idea to start like an actual page, for whenever we go on runs or cruises, just, hey, we're going to go here, if people want to come, they come, and little by little, it just grew.
Uh-huh. Now, I've seen you guys on Instagram, obviously before I actually knew you and knew Urban Canvas, what they were about. I had seen you guys on Instagram a little bit. You guys have pretty good sized groups going up in the canyons, right? Probably, what would you say, about anywhere from, what's the average turnout for an event for you guys?
Honestly, I can't really say, but it does depend on how much promotion I do for a specific event.
Okay. Now you
So
guys.
it's like it's all random.
Now you guys have an event, a pretty big event coming up, right?
Yeah, we actually do. February 27th
February
coming
20th.
up.
Okay, all right. Can you give us the details for that?
Yeah, so it's like you said, it's going to be on the 27th of February, and it's actually going to be at Studio RSR with I'm sure you know the studio, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually wearing a T-shirt right now from RSR. Talking to Cody from
So
RSR. Yeah.
look at we're giving free exposure and free marketing for Toby, so
Yeah,
he's
I
paying
know,
us that
right?
bastard.
Shameless plug, fucking asshole. It's on the 27th. It's supposed to be pretty big. What should people expect from this event?
So I'm pretty sure I mentioned to you before, but what we're going for this event is when it comes to not just the BMW community, but any car community in itself, there seems to be like certain gaps and dissociation when it comes to certain car groups, certain enthusiasts. Like before this, you would see, only track people with track people, only street people with street people, and regular car show cars would be by themselves.
Yeah.
So the whole purpose and the whole idea behind Beamer City, or the event is called Beamer City, by the way, in case you guys want to look it up. Um, the whole idea behind Beamer City is to bridge that gap and bring everybody together. So non-track people could see, track people, track enthusiasts, and kind of get like an overview, like a feel, what it's like, to be within that track realm.
Okay.
Of
Okay.
like, plant that seed and
Yes.
vice versa.
So you're really just trying to bring the BMW community together. It doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter really what type of cars you're into. Just everyone in one spot, pretty much. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yep,
Okay.
pretty much. Just bridge that gap. As long as they don't put an M badge on a 328 plane. But
Okay. All right. All
yeah,
right.
it's just to bridge the gap.
Let me stop you there, all right? Because it sounds like you're being a little hypocritical with your M335i. Insert picture now.
Insert picture here.
We were
So
at
for those of you that
yeah, I'll explain. So we were at Auto Club Speedway a couple months ago, and Nico was driving his 335i, and while he was talking to other people, they was parked, and who was it? Was it Ollie?
it was either Augie or Ali, dude. Those bastards.
Yeah, they slapped, they taped an M badge in front of his 335i logo on the back of his car, and we snapped some pictures of it and recorded videos of it. I'm sure I'll insert it so you guys can see, but funny little joke between us. Is there anything else that you'd like people to know about Urban Canvas or even the event coming up?
Um, the I guess the group itself, like Dave said, it's a growing community, and we're still evolving. It's getting much bigger. I actually need like more help now when it comes to organizing. We're trying to go, when it comes to our events, and when it comes to Beamer City, it's kind of like a precursor to a bigger event that I'm planning, and it's called Urban Fest. And Urban Fest is pretty much going to be, everything's going to come to fruit right there. It's going to be on an actual track.
Okay.
We're going to have music, like a music stage. We're going to have a drag strip, track, car shows, vendors, everything, name it. It's going to be like an actual festival.
Yeah, I get
So
you.
that's what we're going for.
Okay. Now, when can we expect that event to happen?
So that right now, I'm in the middle of talking with some sponsors and different organizations like Speed Ranchers to kind of do like the track portion.
Yeah.
We're talking to different tracks to see it's all what's best for, I guess, us. So then in turn it'll be it won't cost as much for people to come, which
Okay.
is what we're going for.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds dope, man. I'm excited for that event. I know you've been talking to me about that for a while, and we've been pitching ideas back and forth. So it's not like this is the first time I heard of that. But yeah, it'll be dope to see happen. You definitely have the following. I mean, how many people confirmed that they were going this past weekend on Facebook alone, or for next weekend?
Uh,
Sorry.
so Facebook alone is probably like I'd say like 15 or 16. I haven't checked. One of my admins is on top of that.
How
But
many? How
on
many?
Eventbrite, on just Facebook, we probably have like 50 or 60.
What was that one?
But
Okay, keep going. My bad.
Eventbrite.
Okay.
On Eventbrite, we actually sold out our admission tickets at 800.
So 800 people supposed to gather at RSR. That's going to be fucking gnarly, first of all, to try to fit that many people in there. But secondly, to have all those car people in one spot, in one area, it's definitely going to take some organization. So good luck with organizing that. I know you got the resources and you'll be fine. Yeah, man, it was good talking to you. Thanks for the short conversation on late notice. But yeah. That's it, man. You good? Anything else?
No, and just for all of you guys listening to his podcast right now, make sure to go and check out his car. It's going to be one of the few. What is it, like the second only known?
Yeah,
taxi?
I'm not sure how many there are. I know there's the Apex Ring Taxi, but other than that, I don't know how many else there would be. I don't want to be the fool and say, oh, it's the first in the U.S. and there's like two. But yeah, it's pretty low count. If you guys don't know what Nico's talking about, the F80. If you're here, you probably already know. But the 4-seater, the 4-bucket seater F80 that I'm building is pretty much nearing its completion, and it'll be showcased at that meet next Saturday. So yeah, thanks for that, Nico. And yeah, man, it was good talking to you. And yeah, I hope you have a good night, man.
All right, likewise, brother. Stay up. Enjoy the podcast. Learn what you're doing.
Take it easy, bro. Bye.
Later, bro.
Cool. So Nico, that's Nico. Cool dude, super chill. We talk a lot of shit to each other. Him and a bunch of other friends of mine. I mean, it's just normal guy shit. But yeah, cool dude. Great group. If you guys are from Southern California and you never been to one of his meets or his canyon runs or something, it's definitely worth checking out. You get anything from an E30 3 Series convertible, that's just a beach cruiser, to, the newest M car, whether it's an M8, M2 competition, M2 CS, whatever it may be. Usually it's over there at Urban Canvas. Pretty much the biggest BMW meet or BMW group in Southern California, I would say right now. Yeah, that is it from Nico, and now we're going to go straight into talking to Elie. So let me get him on the phone. Cool. Come on, pick up.
Hello.
Hey, senor, how's it going? It's me, Gabe.
It's going. How you doing, Gabe?
I'm doing pretty good, man. You are here on the podcast. We are live, and it's good to talk to you. I know I haven't really talked to you very much in the past, but yeah, it's thank you for joining on such a late notice as well. And yeah, I just wanted to ask you a few questions, man, if you had some time.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, and always appreciate it and willing to help a fellow BMW driver.
Thanks, man. Thanks,
and
man. Hell yeah. Well, so give me a little background on Bimmer Challenge. How did it start? How long have you been a part of it? And where do you see it going?
Sure. The Bimmer Challenge started a while back, about 8 or 9 years ago.
Okay.
It was a smaller version of it right now. We've had maybe, like at any given event, maybe like only 6 to 7 drivers competing.
Oh, wow.
I came along became a board member about 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
So what we did, we started like advertising it. We started going into social media, and we started reaching out to sponsors, the BMW shops, parts, and whatnot. And we reached as far as, actually, we had a couple of sponsors from Kansas and from Chicago, Illinois.
Okay.
So once we did that, and they start helping us with getting awards, spreading it out there, giving like the drivers a platform to perform or have fun on the track in a safe environment.
Uh-huh.
And one thing led to the other, and before you know it, as of 3 years ago, it kind of exploded.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now at any given event, we'll have anywhere between 25 to 35 drivers. And we have 4 members as on the board: myself, Andrew Lim, John Lee, and Mingyu. And we try to do the best we can and just make sure everybody has fun.
Yeah, yeah. I've only been doing it for a short while. Last year was my first season, so it was my rookie season. It's really cool to just go out there and like, you don't really have to be super into your build. You could bring a stock car out there. You could come with a super built car, but the fact that you can just go out there and compete and it not be extremely serious, but the fact that you can win, prizes and trophies and stuff like that, I think is a really cool idea. And
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. So you have some cool builds yourself, don't you? What are you running?
Right now, I have an 02 E46 M3. It started as a street car. Now it's a mixture. It's like between a track car and a street car.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to do, the plan was to turn it into a full race car, but we ran into some issues with it last year.
Okay.
I mean, the car, me personally, I bought it 6 years ago, and I put at least 100 track days on it, so it's about time getting refreshed.
Yeah.
So hopefully by mid-season, it'll turn into like a full race car.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, and that's the beauty of this is, you don't have to, whatever you start with is not what you have to finish with when you start the season. So you can always progress the car. You can move it into different classes as well. You just be restarting your points. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And,
yeah, that's why, go ahead, sorry.
And speaking of the points, determining what class your car in, there's a point system for that, correct?
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
Basically, we give points to the certain model or whatnot. We factor the weight, horsepower, and whatever additional like suspension work. So for each mod that you do the car, we do almost like, I shouldn't call it a penalty point, but like an additional point. So it dictates like which group the car falls into.
Yeah. Okay. So you basically add the points of the vehicle to the mod points, and that determines what class you're in.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
So,
And,
what was that? Sorry, what was that you were saying?
Oh, I was saying that we try to make it as fair as possible with the car mod.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to nail it 100%, but we try to do the best that we can, at least to make it more fair for people to show their skill sets and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah, and I think honestly it's pretty fair. I don't really have too many complaints with the mods and the preset points for each car. Everything seems to be pretty balanced, and if you look at the times, usually the top 3, it's pretty close. I mean, occasionally you see that one guy that's seconds ahead, but usually that guy, there's a reason why he's seconds ahead, and it has nothing to do with the car. It's more about track time, seat time, and his skill level.
Yeah.
And I want to go back to your builds real quick because you had a wagon that you were bringing out to, I think I saw you at Big Willow was the last time.
Yes.
All right. So what's going on there?
So with this wagon, it started as a joke. We needed something cheap just to kind of build it to do, put some e-brake in it and just, take it drifting or whatnot. And it escalated pretty quick once we got some sponsor money into it.
Yeah.
So I took it to 4 tracks just to get a baseline with automatic transmission, like nothing done to it pretty much, besides the flares.
Yeah.
So now we dropped it at Michael Cox in Corona. They're putting a half cage in it.
Okay.
After that, we're taking it to Trinity Auto Sport. We're going to go ahead and put M3 subframe, front and rear, GRZs, RS Pros, and CFC, BBK, bucket seat and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
And the plan is to build a kind of like a fast car. Maybe the plan was to go with an LS3 Corvette engine, crate engine.
Yeah.
Now we're kind of wavering between going that route or doing the S54 and just keep it BMW altogether. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But just, just something weird, fun, different, just to see a wagon running on a track.
Yeah, exactly. The first time I saw it was at ACS, and I didn't think that you were actually tracking it. And then you came and told us. What times were you sitting down with that?
ACS 205.
a 205 at ACS. I got guys in F80s that I track with, my personal friends, that are still not running below a 205 at ACS, and ACS is pretty much all power.
Oh, wow.
So that's
so
pretty
power.
crazy. I mean, I know you're a hell of a driver. You also
thank you.
compete as well, and I've seen your times, and I'm just like, holy shit, man, that guy flies. But that's pretty dope. That's going to be something really cool to see, cool and interesting, especially on track, especially when it passes me. That'll be humbling. So I want to talk about the schedule real quick for Bimmer Challenge, because we got some new spots that you're going to, right? That we're going to.
Yeah.
Okay. What's going to be those new ones?
So the new ones, first is going to be the Las Vegas road course, which is, I believe, it's the outside.
Yeah.
Me personally, I've never done it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing it in April. That should be fun. And then Ba'anwolo, the new track, should be open around June. So we added a couple events there on the new track.
Okay.
And then we're going, as usual, to Sonoma, and we're going to Laguna Seca.
Okay. All right.
And we're hoping, we don't have a time frame yet, but probably not going to happen this year. I know Chakwala is opening also another track.
Oh, no way.
Next to the original one, yeah. And it's going to be like a nice, I saw the layout, and it looks pretty nice. So I don't know. I don't have a date as to when it's going to be open, but hopefully at the latest by next season.
Okay, so with that Chuckwalla track, this is the first time I'm hearing about this. What is the, what would you say is the closest similar track to it?
Probably Thunder Hill, the 5 mile. If you combine it with I don't know if you've done it, when you combine the east and the west course.
So Thunder Hill, you're saying so this one's gonna be long.
Yeah, so it's
damn.
it's not gonna be 5 mile, but as a layout, it's gonna be something similar.
Okay.
And I haven't got a confirmation whether they're gonna be able to connect it to the existing track, or it's gonna be just a separate track at all time, 100%.
Okay, that'd be pretty crazy having a big track like that finally here in Southern California, right?
Oh heck yeah.
Okay,
it'll be something different to do.
Oh, I know. I'm kind of anxious for something different already. I've only been tracking like a year, so I'm excited for that. So real quick, biggest rule changes this year to Bimmer Challenge. What do you got for us?
So we expanded on the aero points. Let's say with the wing, we did with different things, like depending on the size of the wing. For BMW, if it's a factory, non-factory, if it's a GTS wing. Then for the splitter, we changed some ruling depending if it's over 3 inch, less than 3 inch, and whether it's just a regular lip or just an actual splitter.
Yeah.
Then we added a point penalty if somebody has using 100 octane or complete the E85 system in their cars.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't read that. So, okay. All right. That's something to take note of for sure.
Yeah. It's not a major point penalty, but it's there. So, it
all adds up. Much. It all adds up for sure. I know, like, for me, I'm, like, right on the cusp. I'm right at 15. Yeah. So, running that extra point, could be the...
No, you'll be fine because up to 16, you'll still be an M2. So.
Okay.
Sorry, B2.
Yeah. So, so I did notice that there was a definite increase of a point penalty for aero, which was pretty nice to see, especially being in B2 class. That's pretty much the what separates B1 and B2 is that aero, right? Pretty much.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Because we noticed with the with lightweight cars, even if you use the LTW wings, that's what they call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if you use those, it was like pretty effective.
Yeah, like Steve from EAS. Oh my God, that guy is fast. Ridiculously fast.
He's really good, knows how to set up a car for sure,
Yeah.
And he has the skills to go with it.
Exactly, yeah. He's one of those guys that you can tell has definitely been tracking for a very long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and we're also, we have, I don't have the exact number, but we're assuming about maybe 4 to 5 cars are going to be joining us in B2 this season from NASA. They used to do NASA.
Okay, cool.
So they reach out to us, and I believe they're going to be sponsored by Land Racing, which is going to be one of our new sponsors this year.
Yeah, I love those guys. Love their work.
Yeah, so a couple of them going to be in Chakwala. We'll introduce them. But B2, I think this year is going to be happening. So you're going to have fun.
Yeah, I definitely love competition. I welcome it. And I was kind of bummed to see Steve and Andrew both leave. I mean, obviously they were way better than me every event by seconds. But it's always just fun to go out and compete. If you have no competition, it's just kind of not fun at all. So that's good to hear. I was kind of worried about that with them leaving, who will also be competing with me, but that's good news.
You'll have, for sure.
Okay. Well, final question for you.
Sure.
Do you have any advice for newcomers, guys that are just watching this podcast? Because I do have a small, fan base that watches this channel that wants to get into tracking or is tracking now but doesn't compete. What would be some advice you'd give them?
Don't be intimidated to join. Nobody was born an expert, and nobody was fast from the get-go. We all started somewhere, and we learned. And with the competition, like you said it yourself, it motivates you to improve your skills, your car. You learn, you see what people are doing. So don't get intimidated. Just go for it. If you have passion for it, that's your chance, and you like it. And, you've seen Gabe, like over the last year or so you joined, like everybody's pretty cool, down to earth, everybody gets along. It's not like a cutthroat competition per se. Just go for it.
Yeah. Honestly, Bimmer Challenge, everyone's very friendly, everyone's very welcoming, and it definitely is intimidating at first to compete. But you soon realize that the only person that's making it like intimidating is yourself. It's your own mental barrier that it keeps you from just realizing like, okay, this is not bad at all. This is actually really fun. These people are cool to me. They want to talk to me. Everyone's very friendly within the Bimmer Challenge community. So very thankful for that. But that'll do it, Elie. I appreciate you coming on, man. And I look forward to seeing you this weekend. Round 1 Bimmer Challenge, Chuckwalla on the 20th with Speed Ventures, right?
It was Speed Ventures, exactly.
Okay, cool, man. Well, you have a good night, and I'll see you Saturday.
Sounds good. Thank you very much for having
man.
me, and we'll see you on Saturday for sure.
All right. Have a good one.
Okay.
Bye.
Take care, again.
All right, there's Elie. Super cool guy. Board member from Bimmer Challenge, just to recap. And, yeah, man. Super cool guy. Funny guy, too. If you ever get to talk to him in person, that guy's either always laughing or making other people laugh all the damn time. So my last guest for the night is going to be Austin. Let's get him on here. A little bit about Austin. Austin is pretty much my little protege that I'm building up. He drives an. I'll let him explain. But he's a rookie. Hello?
Hello?
Yo, what are you up to?
Nothing.
Okay, all right. Well, you're on the podcast. We're live here. Welcome. Thank you for taking the time to join me. Just wanted to ask you a few questions. I just got off the phone with Elie. I'm not sure if you know who Elie is, but he is one of the board members, basically the main guy that runs Bimmer Challenge. You know who he is?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, I'll introduce you to him when we go on Saturday. But yeah, man. So what are you driving? You're competing as well, right?
Yeah.
First,
I have a Bmw M4.
Okay, give me the spec. What's the spec? What's the rundown?
It's pretty much stock. All I have is brake pads, tires, and coilovers.
Half coilovers. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, half coilovers.
All right, explain to my viewers how you got shafted, man, because that is just a fucked up story.
So basically, I found these coilovers on the Bimmer forums, and I thought everything. Man. What was that?
I said the F8X group, man.
Yeah. I thought everything was there. I went back and forth with the guy. He told me everything was there, and I guess ended up being E90X coilovers, not F8X coilovers.
God. Oh shit, that is so fucking terrible, man. But yeah. So I mean, you're gonna run with the fronts. The fronts are F8X, thankfully. Yeah. But the rears somehow are E9X. And when you contacted TC Klein, right? What did they tell you?
They basically told me they are E9X and it's possible to get them to work, but it will require like drilling and all that. So I don't really want to do that.
No, yeah, I wouldn't want to do that either. I'm not. Neither of us are out here building coilover systems like that and rebuilding the internals. Yeah, fuck all that mess. So what class are you competing in? Sorry.
I believe B3.
B3. Okay, so
Yeah.
and basically stock M4, right? That puts you right at B3.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And what tires you running?
AR1.
AR1s, baby. You're gonna feel some grip with
Yeah.
those.
I'm excited to try those out.
Yeah, those are badass tires. Okay, so throughout the season, you gonna make any changes to the chassis? Is this a work in progress, or are you gonna start with what you got and pretty much roll with what you got?
I'm gonna start with what I have, and then probably get like a bucket seat,
Okay.
and then run that for a while, and then hopefully probably get some MCSs.
Okay, all right. What are we talking? MCS 1-way, 2-way, 3-way, remote, non-remote?
We'll see. We'll see what we can get.
All right.
Probably 1-way though.
Okay.
We'll
I mean,
see.
it's still a solid damper. From what I've been told, is they use the same damper as the 3-ways or the 2-ways. They just remove the adjustability for you, which is pretty badass. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, Eric with the M2. Eric ran MCS 1-ways. That guy was fucking fast with those too. So I don't think that that's going to be an issue with 1-ways. I honestly don't know if you're even there skill level wise to even, notice a difference between a 1-way and a 2-way. So I think you'll be fine, man. I think you'll be good.
Yeah.
So
Mainly just trying to get more seat time.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, how many track days you got?
4.
4 track days. Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
4? Really?
Well, I guess 6. I don't know.
Oh, come on, dude. What are we doing here? How are you taking away 2 events like that?
I mean, I guess ACS, so yeah, 6.
Pretty quick lap times though, right? What's your PB at Button Willow, and how many times have you been?
I've only been 2 times, and my PB was a 203.8.
Okay, so 203.8. What was your first time out? What was that time?
It was 210.
210. Okay, so I mean, definitely a big drop in time, and you'll most likely see another drop in time in your next time out as well. And then what else are we doing? ACS. What's your time at ACS?
I think that was a 154.
154. Okay, that's pretty solid. Especially you were running no camber plates for any of these track events, right?
Right. I was just on Swift Springs and NTO ones.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible that you're able to get that good of times with no camber. I mean, the car comes from factory with like 1.8 in the front, and the rear maxes out at like 2.5. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's like shit. That's very impressive. Very impressive time. So I'm actually excited to see how you do in B3 with your new alignment and front coilover setup as well as the wheels. I think, the wheels and tires. I think that's going to make a big difference. We're running Chuck Walla counterclockwise, right?
Yeah.
Have you ran counterclockwise yet?
I have not.
Okay. But you ran clockwise. What was your time at clockwise?
Clockwise, I did a 208, and that was my second track day ever.
Okay.
And that was when I first just got trackpad.
Yeah, and that's when I first met you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty impressive to see you run a 208 at your first time out there, whether it was clockwise or counterclockwise. That's pretty solid. But yeah, I think the goal for this upcoming weekend, you're gonna have to learn fast for sure. Obviously, you only get 3 sessions. That's it, 3 sessions, and then the 4th one doesn't really count. It doesn't count at all. So you got to learn fast, and hopefully you start towards the front of your run group, because you're gonna be in what, high intermediate or intermediate?
Yeah, I think last time I went, I was in higher intermediate.
Okay, cool. So hopefully you're there again this time. Higher intermediate should have some guys that are running pretty damn close to sub 2, if not sub 2 for sure. Sub 2 is pretty much the mark for Chuck Walla, whether it's counter or clockwise, just kind of like Button Willow. Once you get below sub 2, it's just you're just cutting off massive amounts of time because it's no longer a mental barrier for you. But yeah, I think for sure the goal is to go sub 2. Just hopefully you don't hit a lot of traffic out there.
Yeah.
What's some expectations and goals you have for this season? It's your first season, right? You're a rookie.
Yeah. I mean, just getting out there, having fun, getting seat time.
Okay.
I would like to place, but yeah, I'm mainly just going out there for fun and getting seat time.
Well, we all want you to place. All right, let's not try and sugarcoat it. We're trying to get one of them damn trophies that I got over here. One of my 4.
We'll see.
Three, excuse me. I'm not that fast. So okay, cool. Well, I really do think you are going to place, whether it's later on in the season or not. I think that you definitely have a good shot. You have the driver skill. The potential is there. It's just obviously going to take some more seat time. So I appreciate you coming on and talking to me. Other than that, man, that is it. You got anything else for me?
No, that's it. Thank you for having me.
All right, man. Thanks, and I'll talk to you soon, yeah?
Yeah.
Like in 5 minutes when we're talking in Discord?
Yeah.
All right. Later, man. Good night.
Bye.
Cool, man. That's Austin right there. Super chill guy. Really good driver. I really think that he does have the potential to place. I really think that he has the potential to place this weekend too, as long as he learns the track fast enough and there's not traffic in his way, which is 2 massive things that usually do happen and usually do kill your time. Being in a slower run group than you're supposed to be in will absolutely kill your lap times. Yeah, we'll see. I think he's going to learn a lot this season. He didn't really compete too much last season. I think he had like 2 events that he competed in, maybe 2, I'm thinking. And he's only got 6 track days under his belt. So, yeah, I think he definitely will place. I'm predicting a top 5 at Chuckwalla for him. We'll see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1 of my podcast. Please subscribe, like it, and yeah, I just hope you guys enjoyed it. And that's pretty much all I got. I don't really want to keep rambling on about useless shit, but that is it. Yeah, I don't know how often I'm going to do these. Maybe once a week, maybe more than once a week. I really do like talking to people and, calling people or having them here. I want to have guests here. Next week, I definitely will have a guest at the headquarters. And we are actually going to do a podcast at the track. I got that idea from Spencer Burke. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. So yeah, I'm excited to get more podcasts out there and talk to more people and bring you guys more information, whether it's track related, car related, whatever it may be, whatever you guys want to hear. I want to definitely bring it to you guys. So yeah, that'll do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys have a good night. Talk to y'all later.